So, so instead of asking, they should have that entrepreneurial attitude, because in India, the entrepreneurship is a very badly positioned. Entrepreneur is not something that, okay, you open your business only, then you will be entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is a mindset. What kind of opportunity you are creating, that is the entrepreneurial mindset, attitude. Lot many professors I see, they are the entrepreneurs. Lot many, the individual, those are working on a job, they are entrepreneur. One young entrepreneur is here between us. So, that opportunity creation is a very important thing. Whatever the new tools are coming, whatever the new opportunities are coming, whatever the beats of the world market, it is their responsibility to come forward with all that way, interact with their professors and tell them that, okay, fine. You should not just look yourself as a, the future you will go to the industry and work for something. Instead of work, you start your shifting your mindset from working to contributing. Because the era of working is fading at opportunities on that way.
So very well said by Mr. Manoj, sir. So I want to add into it that you can see in my profile that I am having more than 40 patents. So serving as a problem for industry, and we are having a solution for that. So we have filed more than 40 patents in that, and same patents are having research articles, and even students are also collaborating with industry so that we can solve the problem of industry. So for the same reason, we are collaborating with Dr. Reddy's laboratory. So in that, our, you can say, faculty members visited frequently into the Dr. Reddy's laboratory and asked what are the problems you are facing. So we are having a solution, because time is, you can say, money for industry. So they are not having enough time to, you can say, utilize into the research and development. So we are having that resources. So we will provide them the solution that, so that we can solve the problems of industry. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I do agree. We have been discussing industry, academic collaboration since we started career. So in India, we were an emerging, a business or market scenario maybe 2 decades back. Now we are slowly getting, plateau in terms of getting into the developing nations. So if you review what's happening in Western countries, right, like Europe or US, these regulators are frequently banging on only the good institutes for whatever guidance what they make, and any other suggestion needs to be done for any generic industries or anybody. So these research topics will be given to them, and they fund them heavily. And they come out with the research outcome, and that becomes a benchmark for industries to follow. But when it comes to India, right, so we don't have that much funding from the government. Probably we have good institutes like IITs, IIScs, and many other NIPER in pharma. So probably people from all these institutes, industry, as well as those who are aspirants, like probably they should come together and create a conglomerate, like, which can lead to, further creating the standard for our own development all. So that's what I feel, because that is the reason we are lacking that still collaboration. We both are running on roller coaster. We are not reaching anywhere, but we are running. So probably somewhere we have to stop and think and need to, design in a different way so that it contributes significantly to the overall scenario, market or industries. That's what I feel.
I want to add one thing in Dr. Vivek view. Sir, we are talking about a collaboration of the industry and the academics, but in China, like, there is a government initiation is a very strongly over there. They force them, the industry and the academic, to sit together. Unfortunately, here in India, one thing is very badly missing. Second aspect, what I personally feel, 2047, if you want to become a developed nation, that you should have a developed mindset in 2024 first. Unfortunately, this is the factor we are lacking on that way. So the government is here, they are trying with lot many things, but their own role is not coming in a very clear way. That is the one very, the serious thing is here in India. Yes, as a barrier.
I would add, like, if you want to stay in the race, right, we have to innovate. There is no other alternate for, to remain in the relevance. So as you rightly said, in India, even the education system needs to be, little bit modified, because we can't become expertise in everywhere. But the expectation is that my child should swim, my child should sing, he should become guitar player, everything. But that doesn't happen practically. So unless until we bifurcate and see, right, we will not be able to achieve the excellence. So probably, as you said, and I remember one example, many of the Western scientists, they work on only one project from their graduation till retirement. And we feel very ashamed sometimes, right? But they are very proud of it. Because there are various social aspects also, social security wise. Because since we are emerging, so we are lacking all those things. That's the reason we want to grab whatever opportunity we have. So then it will not lead to any excellence. That's what I feel. So we should certainly improve on that aspect.
So as per as the suggestions from Krishna sir and answer here, being an academician, I wish to add a few more points from my side. Really the government has started to work on this, what we can say, gap between industry and academia. Especially last 3 years, we have attended a meeting in ICT, especially for starting the RUSA courses, that is Rashtriya Uttachar Shiksha Abhiyan. Under this RUSA courses, 7 different module courses they have planned and they have started. So the syllabus for this all RUSA courses that has been drafted by experts from academician and experts from industry. And that all courses we have started as a premier institute at our R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Shirpur. I am only the in charge over which we are looking to these courses. From last 3 years, we have started these certification courses, and till date, more than 100 students have completed these courses. So additional thing which industry expects, that we are planning to give under few certification course. This is the first attempt which we academicians doing in collaboration with industry. The second thing, especially I wish to add regarding projects, nowadays, I hope before 2 years, AICT has made mandatory resolution that if you are applying for any project to the AICT, then definitely the project should be supported by industry. And not only what we can say technical support, even the financial support should be there from the pharma industry, 20 to 25%, 30%. There is no what we can say upper limit, but there is lower limit that is of 20% mandatory from what we can say industry to the academics, and remaining 80% or lower amount will be paid by AICT to run this collaboration under what we can say academics and institute. So even the government body like AICT has started his own efforts to make the industry and academics what we can say interaction successful. But unfortunately, under pharmacy, before what we can say 2 years, the governing body is changed, and now there is no role of AICT. That's why this scheme is what we can say not useful for we pharma people. In addition to that, whatever the real what we can say demands are there from the industry, that is CSV like demands, over which also we are going to discuss few things. So such additional courses under autonomous status we can plan, and we can what we can say collaborate with industry. We can call the industry experts to our institute and design the courses, complete the curriculum, and whatever the what we can say expectations of industries are there, that we can fulfill, and that placement we can create at our institute. The efforts has also started by our own institute under this new courses, especially one first courses we are what we can say plan, and that is going to start by 2024 of June, that is computer system validation. Now in this computer system validation, mostly the persons from IT what we can say field, they are trying to grab the job. We are also master in what we can say validation, and we are having capability to learn expertise with softwares. See, in pharmaceuticals, we are using several softwares, starting from Design Expert, then JMP SaaS, Chemix, what we can say, pharmacokinetic softwares, shelf life softwares, several Sigma plot softwares, different statistics softwares. So we are not what we can say poor in softwares. We have a capability to improve our knowledge in softwares so that that CSV-like post we can grab. Particularly at our institute, I work with this CSV, what we can say, course, and in last 4 years, we grabbed the opportunity in Sarla, that is Sarla Advancement, who is paying around 5 lakhs as a starting package for CSV. So definitely, being academician, we are trying to fill this gap, but definitely we need excellent support from industry, and at the same time, the support from what we can say academician is also expected towards the industry person. So we are doing at what we can say our institute these collaborations. But along with that, if we ask the few small questions to our M.Pharm students regarding their procurement of drug, regarding their what we can say excipients, there is what we can say limitations. And that limitations also we request to all these industry people to solve it at what we can say excellence level. Whatever our research is there, whatever our placement is there, is zero without your support. Whatever we are grabbing is only with your support. So thanks for that support, and kindly try to provide, try to extend more support in coming days. That is what request from academicians to the industrialist. Okay? So, sir, we should add few things in this discussion. Okay.
Well,
so then definitely we will move towards next area, that is regarding quality. So this quality term has been what we can say established or defined by Professor Zuran sir in early days, and now the expectations towards the quality are more. So I wish to what we can say ask few things related to quality, related to the concept of quality and evolution of quality related to the pharmaceutical industry, so that there is impact of this quality over the manufacturing products. So how will you explore this quality concept, particularly as far as industrial, what we can say, manufacturing products are concerned?
So, sir, as per, you can say I'm from academic background, so quality is not constrained into the pharmaceutical industry only. Nowadays, quality is also introducing into the education sector, like NIRF, NAC, and we have to, NBA. We have to maintain the quality into, because quality is change over time. We have to change our concept, our knowledge as per the requirement of industry, as per the requirement of students, that what they want to add into it, so that we can improvise it into the curriculum, so that they can synchronize the academia with industry. So, what you say?
Sir, as far as the quality is concerned, one dimension what I see over here in India, because most of my interest area is how we are responding to the world market. You know, like US FDA. When the corona came, all the US FDA granted to the Indian pharma companies. Okay, after corona, all closed. So, you know, this quality is sometimes, you know, the barriers also. Because what is the problem with the Indian mindset is this: we do not have our own benchmark in the quality. Whatever the country which is leading in their area today, if you see the Japan, they set their own quality standards, Six Sigma and all these things. We Indians are following their standards. We have not created our own standards, because the quality is a practice. It is not something like just going into the documentations and all that way. You know, that approach, we Indians should come forward with our own FDA norms and all that way, so that we should, why we are having US FDA, you see that this particular pharma company targeted, like recent, long back, the Glenmark was also targeted for the US FDA. So, you know, there are a lot many things coming on that way. We are just behind, you know, beating all the bushes that, okay, fine, this is, we should follow, we should do all that way. So, you know, the quality is a practice, and we should make our own standard. The country should have our own standards now, because we are one of the biggest contributor to the pharma industry now in the world market. We are the major contributor. But still those things are not coming. So we are just fixing to the, the industry, academics and all that way. But the principal guideline should come from the government side. Unfortunately, I will, there is no representative from the government,
Yeah,
that
we
is a
have to
problem.
match the regulatory section also to maintain the quality part into the industry, right?
I do agree. Quality is very precisely specific to pharma owing to the, it is being consumed by the human. But the point is that FDA doesn't tell you, this is how you should do or this is what the quality you should meet. So we are struggling to meet our own set standard qualities. I'm not talking about the market-wise, India or US. I'm saying if you are doing it for US market, you have your own set of specification. You have your own set of equipments. But one fine day you will start failing to meet those set specification using the same equipments. And that's fine if you fail. Only thing is, what is the root cause? Now it can be human, it can be input material, it can be process, it can be equipments. So identifying that root cause and correcting it going forward so that you consistently produce the same quality product throughout the shelf. Now, in a little bit philosophical way, as you rightly said, we have a different standard for our own country and we are making something high standard for US, Europe. That is the gap. And that gap you can't fill unless until we upgrade ourselves to that level. If we upgrade ourselves to that level, there's no difference in quality. You will be, of course, obviously you are meeting their requirement. So my point is that, we cannot, eat dosa and make pizza for somebody else. So we should start eating pizzas in another way. So that's how, so quality is a consistent process. It keeps changing. With the changing scenario, with the changing systems and regulators' expectations, so we should upgrade ourselves to the requirement of the quality.
Yeah, although we know that we are preparing or manufacturing products for US FDA, but still we know the quality of US FDA and our product, but we are not introducing that quality into our product. But we are manufacturing the same product for US FDA. So quality is, you can say, we have to change our quality of product with time.
So finally, we can conclude that the expectations of quality are what we can say day by day, it's more demanding. And that's why the US FDA, especially for generics, made some rules mandatory by 2013 for the pharma industry, and that is regarding QBD. So regarding this QBD, what is the impact of this QBD mandate on quality of pharmaceutical products? Do you find some impact, especially over the quality of that products which we are manufacturing at pharma industry? Especially, I wish to ask this question to sir.
So in panel, the questions are always surprising, you don't know. So yes, quality by design is something not new science. It's the same thing what we were doing earlier also. But they have given a systematic structure how to arrive at a development in product. For example, you first identify what is your target profile, right? Earlier we know that, any tablet you do, you must do the disintegration, dissolution, everything. Now you are, systematically documenting it. What is the target profile you are looking for a particular product? Then you understand what is the critical material attributes which are going into the product manufacturing. And then you evaluate those impact on the critical quality attributes. Critical quality attributes are nothing but dissolution, disintegration, and rest of the degradation pattern. Yes. How it is impacting, yes, I don't know, in India, till now, wherever I have worked, we have not implemented QBD at plant level because you don't get that much API to make 50 batches or so because it's a huge cost to the industries. But yes, on a scale down level, maybe for considering the equipment gap what you have, you can have a smaller batches, QBD trials and design a particular space where your product is intended to behave in a similar way on which you did the PK study or clinical study, whatever it is. So overall, it has not significantly impacted pharma companies because we were already following that. But yes, if you want to implement that at plant level, which FDA is also right now not expecting, because when you do 50 batches during commercialization, you fairly get a design using the data from all those 50 batches. That itself is a part of quality by design. You will get, there will be change in lots of excipient, there will be change in lot of API. So those, material have some or the other different properties than what you have used previously. So that will give you some kind of design. So fairly, as I said, it has not significantly impacted in terms of cost. That's my...
Yeah, I want to add into it that as per the academic part, quality means that we have to introduce quality before manufacturing the product. So, but for that reason, we are not having so much of, you can say, experience in that how to introduce quality into the product before manufacturing. So for that reason, we have to, you can say, knock a door of industry or R&D that if it is possible, so kindly introduce some sessions or some webinars that how to introduce quality into the product. Because as an academicians, we are having only theoretical knowledge. And if we talk about the practical knowledge, so industry is having more practical knowledge as per the, you can say, academia. So on daily basis, we have to visit Dr. Reddy's as we are collaborating with Dr. Reddy's laboratory. So on daily basis, we are visiting Dr. Reddy's laboratory R&D to check the quality that how much you can say the physicochemical parameters or physiological parameters are you can is with the regulatory section. Yeah.
So with this QBD softwares, that is design of experiments, along with design of experiment, there is one more newly invented. We can't say newly because it is also what we can say quite old back, JMP SAS. That is one more software. So both softwares we are trying to use it in academics, and we become successful for the use of both softwares in academics. So right now it is not much more difficult even to learn the softwares because on YouTube all the videos are available. So by watching videos, at least we can understand 50, 60%, 70%, and whatever the remaining things are there, that we can approach to the industry and that we can, what we can say, adapt or learn. So with that, these two techniques, further, if we try to adopt artificial neural networking, isn't it? And if we apply for this formulation and development, then definitely the coming days will be the, what we can say, best era for the quality in terms of what we can say industry. And for that purpose, leading institutes are doing the research based on QBD, based on JMP, based on artificial neural networking softwares. So my second question is again related to QBD, but now this time I want to ask the experts, because of this QBD mandate, what is the impact on ease of manufacturing, speed of manufacturing, as well as the economy or expenses of pharma company? Because sir told sometimes we need more trials, isn't it? So what about expenses and especially ease of manufacturing as far as mandate of QBD is concerned, especially for generics?
Yeah. Right now, as I said, this QBD is implemented only for the development.
Yeah.
Their expectation is not there for at the commercial level. So that has been implemented across the industries now. And overall, it is not impacting, as I said. But yes, you will get to know, like, from maybe from 1 kg level to if you are moving to 60 kg level. Let's assume you observed some issues during the execution, right? Maybe over lubrication, it can be over granulation. So at that time, you can correlate whatever data, what you generated at R&D with the plant level to understand what could have gone wrong. And that would certainly give you, early access to the next batches. Because in generic industry, hitting the target correctly at first time is very important. Because if you miss the first bus, you are gone from the market. So if you see, there is a lot of change happened earlier. Maybe 10 years back, we were working for a lot of NC1 molecules. Now FDA has changed. Whoever files in the same day, they will get a NC-1 exclusivity. So if 10 people are entering on the same day, right, that product gets killed. You don't have any, profit on working that. I'll give you an example, like, for example, any product which is under patent, it's getting, sold at almost $1,500. The moment the patent goes off, even the regular.
So you have to also check the recalling of recalled products also. So that's why the quality is the main aspect in our pharma industry.
So we are not compromising with quality, and that's why a emerging concept of PAT came into pharmaceutical industry. So I request panelists to raise some explanation or exploitation of this PAT concept to the audience. And then definitely we will wind up because we are already lacking in time, waiting for next session.
Yeah, PAT is again an old concept, still not implemented fully.
Yeah.
Because as I said, it needs a lot of investment. But certainly it will help for early release of the batches, manual intervention is low, there's no doubt. But the point is that you need to have that much volumes to implement PAT. You need yearly, if you are selling maybe 100 to 500 batches, you can easily go for that. But if current generic industries are so that sometimes even, unless until maybe 10% of the product, monthly you make maybe 5 to 10 batches or 20 batches. So rest 90% you will be making hardly 5 to 10 batches. So it becomes, very difficult to implement PAT as such. But certainly it will have advantage in terms of regulators ensuring the batch release without, analysis. But yes, that comes with a cost. So that is the reason it is not fully implemented. Few of the companies have tried, Dr. Reddy's, maybe, I don't know, Sun Pharma or anybody. We have not tried at Glenmark. So they have tried maybe for a large volume products. Certainly it will help. But considering the current generic scenario, so even it takes sometimes validation batches to sell more than a year. So it becomes difficult to implement PAT for everything. You need a complete library of the product to compare it with the existing one.
So we expect only 2 questions from audience as a respect because of lack of time, sorry. 2 questions, yes?
Hello, sir. My name Roshan Sancheti from Shri D.D. Vispute College of Pharmacy. My question is to Manoj sir. Sir, you tell we need to change the thinking and mindset regarding entrepreneurship. So I ask you the question, which type of skills required and mindset we need to upgrade in entrepreneurship, and what we do to make more entrepreneurs in pharma field also?
First of all, if you want to have an entrepreneurship mindset, stop asking questions and find out the answers. First of all, this is very important to understand. Stop asking questions in the world of Google and to your peers also on that way. Okay? So do your own SWOT analysis. Find out your own strength, your own weakness, your own threats and your own opportunities. Okay? And then whatever the weakness and the threats you have, capitalize on that. Like I am very lazy as far as the running the day-to-day operation of the business. This is my weakness. What I did, I am finding out all the right person, the smart chair, those are fantastic in the running the operations. Know yourself more than know anything others. Focus on yourself. That is a very important thing. So don't ask questions from outside world, ask question to yourself. And you have a Google. You will find out everything on that way. Okay? Thank you.
Dr. Rathod from Oriental College of Pharmacy, principal. Very good talk, and this decision can be, or our discussion can be promoted to the government, Drug Controller of India, that there should not be the difference between US FDA and Indian FDA. So it's a good point, and we should go ahead with this quality.
The government of India is working on an Indian FDA, but the problem is this, the mindset is not going beyond the setting the benchmark than the US. Like why the Japanese grew when they were working companies for that way. That is a very important thing. Since from the constitution till date, we are getting references from the rest of the world. That is the problem. We have such a fantastic academic, such a fantastic institutions, but our belief system is compromised. We are always looking for the West to endorse us. Now our yoga become a yoga, bhog become a bhoga, karma become a karma. All these things are happening. Now our fasting, our Ekadashi Vrat and all this become intermittent fasting, and now we are very proudly we are flaunting that, today I have an intermittent fasting. So, that belief system is very important to focus on the root.
Here NEP will work, and Indian knowledge system is implemented. So again, our culture will take boon.
Yes, ma'am. We hope that, we will see the very bright future in the coming days, because all the young entrepreneurs are sitting over there, and I strongly bank on my future generation.
Yeah.
Recently, I was talking to someone in Germany, and I said, come to India and meet our younger generation. You will feel proud of that. So, believe in yourself.
I think couple of days back, we had somebody visited us from Spain. So he was just saying, I was very happy to see India. What's the reason? He said, I see all young people. Because Europe, Japan, they're literally struggling on younger generation. They don't have people. They are pulling people from India to work for them, including farming. You take anything. So I was very happy, because we will be sitting here, we will not understand the value of the youth, right? That's why probably our PM is also pushing for, young generation. So certainly, you have a good future, but don't compromise on any quality. Stick to your own principles, which is in the interest of both product as well as the, society. So certainly there will be a growth. All the best.
So it was such a stimulating discussion by all our panelists that sheds light on advancement in pharmaceuticals, manufacturing and R&D. Give them a huge round of applause.